Welcome to the KickSix Podcast. I'm Tracy Lynn, and we have Coach Kirk Broussard. Big game. It is Sunday morning. It's January 29th. Who's going to the Super Bowl? That is what we are talking about today. I mean, we're starting off with the first game. Philadelphia owns home field advantage while San Fran lays claims to the longest running hot streak of any remaining team in the playoffs. Obviously, thanks to the stunning success of Purdy, the 49ers, have the feel of the team's destiny. Meanwhile, the Eagles, Coach Kirk Broussard, they have felt as if a Super Bowl has awaited them ever since the moment they've acquired A.J. Brown. So one of these teams, one's going to be a winner and the other's going to be a loser today. What are your thoughts? Let's talk about the 49ers and the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an exciting matchup, right? And a playoff game in Philadelphia with those fans, I mean, that's it's going to be rocking. So, when you look at both sides, you look at the matchup, you look at the 49ers with that tenacious defense, and the job that D'Amico Ryans has done with that defense has just been tremendous. So, I mean, when you talk about that and you look at what Philadelphia has on offense, they got Hurts is clicking on all cylinders, and he was one of the top QBs that we were able to see this season. So, man, I mean, it's a really tough game to call. It's really a tough game to call. And then you look at what Purdy's doing. I mean, it seems like someone's just cast a magic wand on him, man. He's playing lights out. He's facilitating all of those weapons. He's getting the ball to all of those weapons. He's doing a great job of not making mistakes. And it just doesn't seem like the moment is too big for that kid, which is tremendous. So, like I say, it's a really tough matchup to call. It's difficult for me to bet against Kyle Shanahan, even though it's in Philadelphia. I just love Shanahan's system, his organization, the way he, is able to facilitate that offense. And, it's a tremendous job getting Purdy up to speed to be able to get them this far.
Right.
So,
I mean, we didn't predict any of this. I do believe I probably said during the season that I could see the 49ers getting to this spot. And I'm pretty sure you laughed at me when I said it. But let's talk about Purdy. I mean, do you feel, you kind of hinted at it as well, his Cinderella story winding down right now, because when we heard his name with the final pick of 2022 for the draft, I mean, it's unlikely that he probably ever envisioned himself being here today. So he's dealing with a lot of stuff because he hasn't been put in this situation so early in his career. So do you feel like this is just, thanks for showing up, but I don't think any rookie quarterback starting in a championship game has ever won in NFL history.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you mentioned that I kind of smirked or laughed at you when you called it for the Niners, but I just didn't think they would get the quarterback play to get them over, the hump to get to this type of level. But, none of us could have saw what Purdy was going to be able to do. I mean, he completely came out of nowhere, so.
Well, today for Purdy, it's either going to be the closing of this chapter of the season, or he's going to make history.
Yeah.
I mean, I for one, I'm going with an Eagles win today.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not going to be combative against you. I'm going to go Eagles as well, because I think the Eagles have enough to pull it out at home with Hurts. Right. I think they're going to produce more offense, and it's been a great run by San Francisco, but I'm going to go Eagles as well.
I know last weekend it was bittersweet. I don't think that we assumed that we'd be talking about Super Bowl predictions coming down to this game without talking about the Bills. That was a tough one. I know my team played, they lost, but we really thought that we were going to be talking about the Bills right now. So tonight, Bengals and the Chiefs. Now, Mahomes, he is playing despite a sprained ankle, because that's not an injury that just heals within a couple of days.
Definitely not.
Chiefs personnel are saying he looks good. Reed said this on Friday, that he's moving around. He's going out. He's playing. He's doing his thing. But the big talk for this game, Cincinnati's quarterback, Joe Burrow, NFL's new golden boy. I mean, I think we can agree he is the new golden boy.
He's pretty smooth. I mean, you got to give it to him. I mean, he is wow, he's super accurate. The thing that puts him over the top, he's so confident. He has the ability, and the kid is just oozing with confidence. And many times that's half the battle. I mean, they put him in great position. If you look at the team, they're much improved from last year with their offensive line. Obviously, you got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, two of the better receivers in the league. Chase could be the best receiver in the league potentially, and you can to give you some hard hitting run game. So I just think Joe he's in a great situation. I mean, he has an offensive minded head coach. I mean, all the pieces are there. Yeah. And, I'm going to say, I think they're going to upset the Chiefs. I mean, you look at Mahomes, I'm not sure his ankle is going to be too much of a hindrance for him performing at a high level. You got to know training staff in the world, ankle treatment all week.
Yeah. And plus two, I mean, his wife is back at it again. Brittany.
Oh no.
Firing back. Because there were some comments made about her husband. And she's honest. She doesn't miss a thing. So she was right on Twitter, giving her 2 cents. But yeah, I have to agree. I'm going Bengals. I don't know what it is with Mahomes. It's like he can get there. We know how talented he is, but for some reason there is a blockage. There is like a curse on that guy. I don't know why, but maybe next season we will see him return to the Super Bowl. But right now I'm thinking
you count him out? Are you betting against him?
I'm going against Mahomes today.
Okay.
Yeah, I am.
I love what Joe Burrow's doing, but I don't know if it's his time. I'm going to go Chiefs.
Okay, well, I think
Chiefs
today
Eagles.
We're going to see Burrow in a short amount of time, within a 4-year span again, another one. He's going to win a national championship, and he's heading to the Super Bowl.
You stand on that, huh?
I do. I'm very confident. It's because I wore my lips today. I put on a bold lipstick because I had a bold choice today. I had a bold prediction.
I noticed that.
Yes. So I'm bold today. I'm standing with my picks. Super Bowl. We're going to see the Eagles and the Bengals.
And the Bengals are your Super Bowl champion.
I don't know if they'll make it to the Super Bowl champion, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. I guess we'll find out how they play today, but I'm thinking I don't know. It's a vibe. It's a gut feeling.
Well, you may be right there. We got to wait and see. I mean,
I just love your face when I say these things. It's like your face says it all. It's like, are you sure that's really what you're saying? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to see what the weather's going to be like in Philadelphia. I mean, it's always so cold, and the crowd is rowdy. I mean, they're definitely going to have the home field advantage without a doubt. So,
yeah. Well,
and you got the Eagles in this game, and I got the Eagles, right?
Yes. Yeah, so I've circled my predictions on my notes here. Taking the Eagles for the first game, then the Bengals, and then Super Bowl, which we are going to recap this week anyways. We're going to come back, recap this game, the 2 games. And obviously there's a lot of headlines that we got to get to, because the best thing about football is they're always like a soap opera headline going on. And I love my gossip. So today was all about breaking down, or just making our picks, our bold predictions.
I'm curious to know, what do you think went wrong in Buffalo? I mean, that's your squad. What went wrong?
I think Buffalo, unfortunately, I think that there was just so much stuff happening with the team this season. And this season, I think we can all agree with the injuries that have happened. When have we had a season the last time where we've had these major injuries happen so frequently, like multiple in one weekend? I think that their mind frame was just scattered. I know that there was talk about Hamlin. It was a body double, somebody pretending to be him, up in the booth there in the box waving.
Uh-huh.
I just think I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things that we could say. We could say, the weather, it was snowing. We've had so many injuries. We've had so much stuff that's affected the team's mental health.
Yeah.
There's not really.
I mean, a lot of people
can't say there's one thing that went wrong with the Bills. There was kind of a lot of stuff.
There definitely was a lot of things, but a lot of people were saying Josh Allen's performance was just not up to snuff in the playoffs. So
I think it goes down to him.
Is he a guy that can't perform in the playoffs? I mean,
I don't think that the issue was he can't perform in the playoffs. I think that his mentality was at an all-time low. And we all know when you have a lot on your shoulders, and it wasn't just the game. I mean, he was now having to take his team out of the mentality of having to experience one of their players dying in front of them and then coming back to life and then dying again and then coming back to life. That was such a huge impact on them. I think that it was a mind. I got to make sure I use the right word here. I think that they were on a complete mind bang. I mean, if you think about it, there was a lot going on, and weather was bad.
There's two ways you could spin it. Mm-hmm. If they had won, then everyone would be saying, "Oh, they were so inspired by Damar Hamlin's recovery, and they're going to go all the way because they're inspired by Damar Hamlin." So there's multiple ways you can look at it and spin it.
At the end of the day, they lost. They didn't really show up 100%, or maybe they're just not at 100% yet. It doesn't matter what the factors are. They got beat. Okay.
Yeah.
That's football. We can predict. We've learned that. This was the first season when it comes to my pools. I didn't win 1 week. Wow. I spent the first place for like a hot second. And the next thing you know, the next game comes and bumps me right down to the bottom. Wow. So this season has been so unpredictable. I think that Josh Allen has it in him to get to the Super Bowl, which we've seen. I feel like he can play a Super Bowl. He's going to win a Super Bowl. But when you have all of that riding on your shoulders, riding on your mind, mental health is huge. And I hope that the NFL is definitely taking care of their players, especially the Bills, because I think that they've showed us they need it right now. They need that support. Yes, Hamlin is doing good right now, but you can't unsee what we all saw that Monday night.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but he made it out, and God has got him covered, and so I look forward to see what kind of off-season transactions they can make to improve their team, and if they can come back stronger next year.
Yes, and when we regroup, we're talking about Brady. So rumors are he's renting a place for $70,000 a month in Miami. So
wow.
Is he going to be the quarterback for Miami? Who knows? What's going on? But we will definitely talk about that. So Sunday, yes, the KickSix Podcast, we are agreeing to disagree. When we come back, we're going to see who was the one with the best prediction. Kirk Broussard and myself, Tracy, Lynn, definitely going with an Eagles win. And then this afternoon, I am taking the Bengals, and you're taking the Chiefs, right?
The Chiefs. I'm going to go with Mahomes and the crew.
Okay. I think that's another one where I don't know. We've seen Mahomes again. It's him versus him. And when he gets in his mind, you see all the mistakes and the issues that can happen. And then all of a sudden I get it halfway through the game. He gets out of it and he's like ready to go and he wants to play the game. But I think today he's going to get owned again. I think,
we all know it should be a very close game.
Yeah. Well, we hope. I mean, look at the rest of the games that we've had when we said they were going to be close.
Well, I think we're going to get at least one overtime game today.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? And remember now, there's new rules for overtime now in the NFL.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can't just get the ball and score and the game's over, so I think we're going to get an overtime game. I feel it.
Yeah. Which game do you think is going to go into overtime?
I think it's going to be the Chiefs game, the Chiefs and Bengals game.
See, I think that one's going to be a blowout. I think that the Bengals are just going to rock the world of Mahomes, and that's it. It's going to be over.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be exciting to watch. I think we're going to get our money's worth.
Okay. Well, I look forward to texting you and letting you know that I'm a winner with my predictions. I'm as bold as my lips today.
All right.
Any last words, Coach Kirk Broussard, when it comes to the big championship games today?
No, I'm just excited to get it. I'm excited to see the final, the big Super Bowl. But, and then I'm thinking ahead, like, okay, it's going to be a long off season until we have football again. So, yeah, mixed emotions.
There is mixed emotions. It is bittersweet. I mean, there's no other way. It's been a season, put it that way. It has been a season. And, I hope next season we're not dealing with the issues that we are when it comes to injuries and everybody is back healthy. So it is Sunday. It is time to get ready and prepped for 2 big games. Someone's going to be a loser. Someone's going to be a winner. So we will regroup.
All right.
You have a great day. Thanks.
I got to get my game day snacks. I got to go.
I know. Same here. Guys, thanks for hanging out with the KickSix Podcast with Coach Kirk Broussard and myself, Tracy Lynn. Have a good day. Bye.